What is up, you guys? It's your boy Mike from Balls of Fury. Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about the biggest mistakes I made when I first started getting into ball pythons. Now, the majority of the mistakes that I made are pretty common mistakes that a lot of people make when they first get in, but I wanted to share them with you guys so that hopefully you can avoid making these same mistakes that I did. And I will share with you guys the absolute worst mistake I made in the past, and it was a pretty terrible situation. So let's get into the video and start off with mistake number one. The first mistake that I made when I started investing into ball pythons was that I bought too many males off the bat. I think the first 2 or 3 snakes that I bought were all males, you guys. Now, this is a pretty common mistake, and it's not a huge mistake. However, it is a mistake that could end up costing you money down the road, and it could set back the progress of your breeding projects. Now, the reason I think a lot of people make this mistake, including myself, is because you can get such a unique and beautiful male ball python combo for a relatively affordable price in comparison to what it would cost you if that snake was a female. Now, what I actually did to correct this problem was I sold off 2 of those males, and for the first 2 years of investing, I only bought female ball pythons. The reason why it's a good idea to buy the females first is because, one, they take a lot longer to reach sexual maturity than males do. Typically, if you're going to buy a hatchling ball python that is a female, you're looking at about 2 to 3 years before you can even start breeding that animal. So keep that in mind. Go out there and get your females first. And another great thing about buying the females first is it really gives you time to figure out what direction you want to take that project in. And it gives you time to figure out what the perfect male is going to be for that specific project. So don't make that mistake. Don't buy too many males off the bat. If you're doing it from a pet standpoint or a hobbyist standpoint, get all the males you want. But if you're looking at this from an investment standpoint and from some breeding project standpoints, then I would suggest going and get those females first. So mistake number one, buying too many males. The second mistake that I made when I first started investing into ball pythons was buying mutations that are no longer in high demand and could have neurological issues. The 2 first snakes that I bought happened to both be spider ball pythons, like this beautiful girl here. Now, since then, we've actually downsized the number of spider ball pythons that we work with. I absolutely love the mutation personally, and I think it's a really awesome mutation. But this mutation does have a neurological defect known as the spider wobble. As you can see, this girl is doing absolutely awesome, and she actually just ovulated, so she should be giving us that pre-lay shed soon, and we should be getting some eggs from this girl. So what I would suggest to actually correct this mistake, and something that I did, was do more research about the genetics that you want to work with. If you like stuff like spider, like I do, I would recommend getting it into your female ball pythons. That way, you're not spreading it all throughout your breeding projects and to a bunch of other snakes if you have it in a male combo. This female is only going to go to 1 male, so that's only 1 clutch of spider ball pythons. But I really love the spider ball python morph. I think it's really cool. I love the way that it looks. And as you guys can see, this girl is big, girthy, and healthy. She does awesome. But really do a lot of research, guys. Figure out what genes have neurological issues, what genes are in high demand, and what genes you really absolutely love. If you absolutely love spider, there's nothing wrong with working with it. But this is a mistake that I made in the beginning, and those 2 snakes were both males. So definitely a double whammy when it comes to the mistakes. But just make sure you're doing a lot of research on the morphs you like and what morphs you want to get into. And make sure it's morphs that are going to be in high demand when it comes to selling them. So mistake number 2, buying into genetic morphs that are in low demand. The absolute worst mistake and biggest mistake that I ever made was not investing into a thermostat off the bat. The thermostat is the unit that you're going to use to control the temperature of your heating element. And when I was first starting out, I had all of my ball pythons in tub setups with under the tank heat pads. And unfortunately, on one of the tubs that had my beautiful piebald girl in it, her name was Venom, the under the tank heat source actually malfunctioned and burned my snake very, very badly. The snake ended up developing scale rot soon after this, and I was not able to save that animal, and she actually passed away. It was a devastating experience, and it was a difficult lesson to learn from this mistake. And it still really bothers me to this day because I really absolutely love that snake. She was the first recessive ball python I had ever bought, and she was a piebald ball python, which was my absolute favorite mutation when I first came into ball pythons. And you know, it's a tough lesson to learn when something like that happens, and it's completely my fault. I wish I had done more research and knew what a thermostat was, but this is why I'm sharing this video with you guys, because I don't want you to make these mistakes that I did, so that way you can have success and you don't have to learn this lesson like I did. But that's the way it goes, man. You live, you learn, things like that happen. It's very unfortunate. I missed that snake a lot, and it definitely was a painful experience and something that I never want to happen again. Now we have our awesome thermostat over here. I know all my snakes are nice and safe. This thing is the best. Definitely go out and invest into a thermostat. Look at how beautiful our girl Versace looks. She is a yellow belly pied, and I wanted to show her to you guys because after I made that huge mistake that we just talked about with the thermostat, my parents saw how distraught I was and how absolutely devastated I was to lose that beautiful animal. And I was actually like really depressed, guys. I almost wanted to give up and just quit, but we ended up going to a local reptile expo about 2 or 3 months after that happened, and my parents actually surprised me and gifted me this beautiful yellow belly pied. She looked just like our girl Venom, who unfortunately passed away from that terrible situation that I spoke to you guys about. But this is Versace. She's going to carry on that legacy that we were hoping to start with Venom. I can't wait to breed this girl soon. We've got an awesome male for her, and she's doing absolutely fantastic. But down in the comments, how freaking awesome are my parents for gifting me and surprising me with this beautiful snake after that absolutely horrible situation occurred. So that wraps up today's episode. I hope that helps you guys who are just starting out. Don't make those mistakes that I made. I wanted to put this out there so that you guys can learn from my mistakes, and that way you can make the proper decisions to set yourself up for the best chance of having success at this. Also, guys, down in the comments, let me know what's some of the biggest mistakes that you have made on your journey with ball pythons. That way we can help educate as many people as possible who might stumble upon this video and then go down and read the comments. Let me know down in the comments, what are some big mistakes that you guys have made? Also, do me a favor, smash that like button for me, smash that subscribe button, smash that notification bell so you guys don't miss our videos. I'm telling you, it's only going to get better and better as we move forward this year. We got some exciting stuff coming up. I can't wait for it. And a big shout out to the Recessive Gang, Darius, AJ, and Dre. Keep doing your thing, you guys. You're killing it as always. I will talk to everyone very, very soon. Peace.